Hey there. If you stumbled upon this video, chances are you were really sick with a viral infection and it's taken a long time to recover from it. Same. So I've been here before and climbed my way out of it. I'm a Lyme warrior and I've learned to not just sit around waiting to feel better. I get after it. So I'm going to share some advice with you on experiences and I hope you find it helpful. Before I go any further, I'm not a medical doctor, not offering medical advice. This is just a video that you found and I'm going to share my experiences, and if it points you in the right direction, awesome. I wish I had a video like this my first time getting over viral fatigue. So it takes you as long as it's going to take you for your body to restore your health. However, if you are not actively pursuing the things that are going to help you restore your body's health, it's going to take you longer. That makes sense, right? So the things that are very easy for you to do are obvious. Get your rest, drink your water. I get between 8 and 9 hours of sleep every night, and I drink about 100 ounces of water a day. And the first thing that I could say, if I were to give you any advice, it would be to go get acupuncture, because acupuncturists are really good at identifying where you're depleted and where you have stagnation, and they can help not just with the acupuncture services, but with also herbs. So that's huge, right? You know, restoring what was depleted from you from a viral or bacterial infection. I was very sick in January of this year. I was in the hospital. My family, a dear family member of mine was dying, and in ICU with them. And the next day just came down with a terrible flu. And I wasn't thinking too much about that because, first of all, there was no name for that flu at the time. So I'm not going to say the name lest my video get tagged by YouTube. But you know, you don't really think about yourself anyway when somebody near and dear to your heart just passes away. But we were making Folgers coffee every day afterwards, and I never smelled it, and that is a really strong smell. Also, dial soap in the house, couldn't smell it. Nauseous, dizzy, didn't want to eat. Very fatigued, and it's the middle of May, and I'm still fighting for my health. So I believe that it's a little harder if you experience something like Lyme, or you have active Epstein-Barr virus, or you're genetically maybe weaker in the lungs or whatever. It's going to take you a little longer to get over this. But like I said, just sitting until you feel like you have better days than not, that's not the kind of health I want. So besides acupuncture, I make sure that I eat nutritionally and I eat easy. So let me explain that. I stay away from crap foods. So we're talking any sugar, too much bread. I still have grains, but I really push the vegetables. And I also make a lot of pureed soups, because if your body's busy trying to restore your health, and breaking down food can be exhausting, not just chewing it, but like for your system, then have smoothies, have the pureed vegetables. And my go-to is carrot, mushroom, zucchini, all simmered like for 2 hours in some drinking water, and I'll put all of that, including the water, into a blender, whip it up with some flaxseed, and I usually put powdered collagen in there, and that's dinner, and delicious and easy. Like after this flu particularly, my digestion was really sluggish. So anything I can do to make it easier, that's a win right there. So water, sleep, eat easily, and try to avoid the junk. I would recommend that you cut back on your coffee. If you have been not feeling well and your body is in maybe a hyperreactive state, or your immune system is a little overreactive and it thinks like everything is a problem, and you feed it coffee, go a few days without coffee and just see what that does. I think that you'll feel better. And if you are a coffee addict, like some people in my family, maybe reduce your coffee and then try to ease into that one. Like I said, I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm just giving you some ideas to make things a little easier on your body so that you can climb out of this. Another one is alcohol, but that's kind of obvious, right? Okay. And you want to push the nutrition, and I try to have really clean meats and avoid dairy, just things that are obvious, they're no-brainers. One thing that might not be obvious is getting Celtic salt. So that's with the CELTIC, and that stuff is packed full of minerals. And when you've gone through a viral infection, you're a little depleted. So Celtic salt is an easy one. That stuff's delicious. Put that on all your food. We sprinkle it in water, just like a pinch full, and then drink that over. Like I said, I get a lot of water in. So that's an easy one. I think it's like $6 at the store. It's not a big deal. There's a supplement that I take that I feel is really helpful, and I've had to do this a couple times in the past with Lyme disease. It just, man, it makes everything a little harder to get over. So that's okay. The supplement is called Moducare, so MODUCARE, and it's by Thorne Medicinals. It's not too expensive, but I was helped by a natural physician a while ago, an ND, on that this supplement takes a very hyperactive immune system and regulates it, or an underachieving immune system, and not boosts it, but like makes it smart. So, you know, do some research with that. And Wobenzyme is another one that's a German, I believe German enzyme, WOE Benzyme, basically. And that one, you can go to their website and read all about it, but it's very helpful for getting inflammation out of your body. My first 2 months after being so sick, oh my God, I hurt so bad. I had pain, like I had, once again, Lyme disease. I had such pain, you would not believe it. So the breathing is coming back, the energy is coming back, things are slowly returning. And so, like I said, middle of May, but now I'm better than I was in April. In April, I'm better than I was in March. And in March and February just kind of sucked. Those were the same. So another thing that I do, and you're not gonna like this at all, but I take cold showers. So I'm sorry, I know it's not awesome, and I try to talk myself out of it like every time when I'm going to do it. But it's really important, and I'll put a description in the link, or I'll put a link in the description below. You can click on it and try it. Highly recommend, because that is another really good system regulator, and it's so good for your central nervous system. Anytime your body goes through such a severe viral infection or bacterial infection, it is like in you for a while, just messing up your body. So I try to support all my systems, and that one, I hate it, but I talk to myself. I'm like, you're gonna be so happy afterwards. You're gonna be so happy afterwards. You're gonna be so happy afterwards. You can do this. And my showers are real quick because of that. So you can look at that link below. And I think those are the top things that I do, that I don't do, and take and not take. I can't really think of too many other things. A lot of this is patience and not being frustrated with yourself. And like I said, just getting the rest, but also seeking help. It is very helpful to go get acupuncture, to go to the chiropractor, stay up on, helping your body where you can. And I also do neurological exercises. So I'm a fitness trainer, and one thing that really helped me come out of fatigue before, like a decade ago, was doing exercises that were transitions. So being in one posture and then changing into another. So like a plank into a push-up, into a side plank, back into a plank. Those things are really helpful. And also anything that you're doing right to left really kind of massages the brain and gets some synapses firing in a different way. So you're trying to interrupt the messages of like pain, exhaustion that are going to your brain all the time. And healthy ways. So my workouts when I'm like this, they're like 4 or 5 minutes every other day. I do a lot of self-care, so I'll do some body rolling and some real mild stretching. But if I challenge myself, it's baby challenges. So you know, see if you can try to do something like that. And body weight exercises are the way to go right now. Um, let's see. I think that's it. So I just wanted to give you an encouraging word. I know it sucks. I hope you find more helpful information from what I mentioned, and just hang in there, keep going, because you're worth it. Don't get frustrated with yourself, and make sure that you do not deplete yourself every day. Like, you'll have good days and you'll like, oh, I'll try to clean and get all this stuff done. Just use your battery to about 80% of capacity and then take it back down. And in January, I think my battery was like, I could shower and wash my hair and get dressed, and that's about it. So, you know, still grateful because I am climbing out of this. It's just taken a long time. So look for those small victories and celebrate those small victories. Hang in there.